Hey, what is up guys? John from Magic Tech for you. How are you guys doing? And in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of a collaboration with Mr.
Daniel.
Yes, he's going to be helping me on my bike. He's going to be showing me a few things. So stick around guys, get some knowledge, and also go on his channel. He's doing a separate collaboration video. This is my first live collaboration with actually somebody off of YouTube, which is pretty dope.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Everything from Taiwan, everything. So we're going to show him what we can do for his bike.
All right.
We can show him what we can do for his bike.
Let's go. I'm also recording.
So this is a brand new bike that a lot of reviews don't have. I've actually looked on YouTube and I have not seen any other bike like this. No one's really done a breakdown review of it. They've only just showed you the new bike. So we're going to take this cover off so that way we can see what the carburetor looks like.
Yep. We're not going to do too much stuff because I don't want to, you know.
Yeah, not too much stuff. Just don't want to start tearing into your brand new bike.
Right.
I'm still going to have it for Uber Eats.
Yeah.
It's not like mine where mine's just sitting there. I can take it apart like 15 million times. So
Yeah,
I actually wish I had my bike so you could take it for a spin.
Yeah, this is the only one I've ever had, so I don't know anything different. So
Yeah.
but the ones that they do have, the Sunny 50s, they look a little bit smaller.
Okay.
The seats looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This whole thing comes off. Yeah.
This whole thing comes off. Okay.
Yep. I think that's.
Actually, this
Oh
is
yeah,
right
that
here.
too. Yep.
Yep. You got 4 screws.
Yep.
So once we tear this off, it should be nice and open. You actually can literally work on it from here on out if you actually wanted to like do a big bore kit or change your carburetor or even just work on it and service it. Then once you take this off, it's almost sometimes empty. So we'll take this off here.
Hey. Oh wow. That is pretty cool, sir.
Yep. So as we see, we're on top of the motor. Here's his standard, normal Taiwan carburetor, side pull. Everything is pretty much normal. Motor's down there. So up here on top, this is where your idle needle is. It's got a diaphragm on top. You pull it out. Some of them have little notches, like little 5 notches, 2 high for lean and 2 down for rich. But you can take this out and you actually can service it. You actually can make your mixture rich just by changing this out. And you have an auto choke right there, so that works out pretty good. So this thing is pretty easy to upgrade if you really wanted to. You could upgrade your air box if you wanted to. You could change this out. You could change out your whole entire cable. So if you go to a bigger, different kind of carburetor, you probably will get more of a slide pull, which will pull up from the top. So that one maybe requires some little bit of modification because it's sitting up high. So
Okay.
there's a lot more.
There's a thing right here. I don't know what this is.
So this is your canister, just a little breather canister. This is part of what you would actually like de-restrict, that you could take off your bike. So you start following all these hoses and you can take this off and it just de-restricts it, makes the airflow more isolated into a certain location. A lot of people, when they start upgrading their bikes, they take this stuff off because the reason why is they don't know, the manufacturer does not know where the bike is going to. So some states have certain emissions laws. So in order to comply with all those emissions laws, they have to put this restricting canisters and stuff on. So they don't know where in the state or country they're going to sell it to. So they have to put this on here. Now in certain local states, they don't really care about emission that much. You can literally take this off and de-restrict the whole entire bike, making it run and breathe and flow a whole lot better.
Nice.
So so he was having an issue a few times with his belt, which it was located right here. So he was having some problem with the belt. I believe he got an upgraded belt.
Yes,
Yeah,
they fixed
he
it
got
now.
an upgraded belt. So we got this. He got that on there, so he shouldn't have any other problems with it. But if he ever does, he will probably have to go to a Kevlar belt. Kevlar belt's a little more better material. It's a lot stronger, just like the same Kevlar that vests are used. The material inside of it is woven with a Kevlar, which is a lot stronger. So that would be the way to go, just to keep that belt from breaking. So, and we also have a different kind of carburetor to show you a difference.
Oh yeah, show us that. It's pretty cool.
So this is a 21 millimeter Mikuni carburetor. It has the air mixture, and this is the fuel mixture, and this is a slide pull. So remember when I was telling you that his bike has it here on the side with the opens up the throttle. This is a slide pull, so it pulls it up, and you can see inside there is the actual slide where it actually will slide up and down as the cable pulls on it. And this right here is your manual choke. Where he has an auto choke, this is your manual choke. So in the first thing in the morning when it's cold, you would actually pull this before you start the bike. Then you would let it start up and then push it. But most of the time, if you get this tuned right, you never would have to pull this unless you just happen to be like really on a cold day and you can't get it started. This just opens up, letting more fuel in as you start, and then when it starts, you push it down and then you keep on rolling.
Okay. And
yeah.
When it doesn't start or doesn't want to start, do you do the throttle, or do you do the key, or which one does the actual, which one pulls in fuel?
So I actually do. So when you do the throttle, it does give in fuel. So it's the same thing like if you had a lawnmower and you pulled the throttle and you gave it a couple of pumps of turn.
Yeah.
That's the same kind of concept.
Okay.
So when it doesn't start, I do give it a couple of turns of throttle before I actually hit the start button. That kind of like shoves some more fuel into the carburetor, and then boom, it starts right up.
Okay. You can't flood out this thing, can you?
Not necessarily. You could, I guess, if you had this manual choke open and kept on running with it, because all it's doing is dumping raw fuel in it. But as long as it's running, you can. But there is a small chance that you could flood it. But I've never seen that happen.
You can just let it sit or whatever.
You could let it sit, or like this actually has a drain plug. So if you happen to, say for instance, you did flood it, you could take this nut off, let out the extra fuel, maybe take it off the bike and dump it back into your tank, put it back on, and then restart over, and then that would actually make that work. So if you did happen to flood it, you could take that off. It's really easy to get to.
Okay.
So yeah. So this is a lot of cool stuff that we got for him, just to kind of show him. One of the other things that, since we can't get into the transmission right now, I was telling him about his variator. So this is a variator. This actually, we could show you the kind of identical thing over on the bike. So in the casing right here is the clutch. We have a clutch set up here with like some springs, and the clutch is just like a clutch that you would think on a manual transmission, or some clutch that splits out, that grabs as you turn the bike. But the variator is right here. So what it is there's a belt that kind of loops completely around this, and the belt rides on this. So as he's moving, the belt is going from here to here. It's going out and in, riding on the surface of this, on the sides. So if it's not in right, or something happens, the belt can actually break. So that's where the issue comes into play of making sure that when you put this on secure with the shaft, there's a shaft that the belt sits on this, and when you actually put the belt on, you want to squeeze it. You want to squeeze it so that it falls down into this clutch, and then when you put it on there, it's kind of floating a little bit. It's not sitting tight on this sleeve, but it's actually floating a little bit. The reason why is there is an actual like star pattern gear. That's actually what this gear is for. It sits with the actual starter. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that plate is flush with this variator, and then that way the belt sits in there nice and perfectly. Because if you don't, if you have it really low and you start moving, when it opens up, if there's play, there's not enough seating on that variator gearing, it will cause it to wobble, and it could cause you to make your belt break. So just kind of keep that as a rule of thumb, just in case. Just make sure that you're taking your time and setting it right. But it's really easy to replace this. It's not hard at all.
Damn, bro, I really appreciate you coming out here doing all this stuff for me, man.
Yeah, no
pretty
problem.
Cool, showing me little things in here and there.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget he has his channel. I'm gonna have it in a link in the description and also the pinned comment, stuff like that.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Guys, check out Magic Mike. He has got a really good following. He does a lot of live Uber Eats and everything, and does a lot of cell phones. You guys should check him out because he does a lot of good cell phones. I think I might buy one myself. So you guys check him out, and we will catch you guys on the next fix.